Hey guys, Silentciel here. Welcome back to another portion of Back to the Future, the game. We are in chapter 4. About to talk to Trixie Trotter here to find out how we can actually destroy the relationship of Edna and Doc in this timeline. Oh dear lord.
To all who approach these hallowed halls, I bid thee welcome. To all who approach these hallowed halls, I bid thee welcome. To all who... Oh, hiya, kid. Say, aren't you the fellow who...
Got you to turn on Kid Tannen? You bet.
You look younger without your mustache. That was a dirty trick, you know, making me think Kid had gone and iced Artie.
I'm sorry, but it was the only way I could...
Forget about it. I'm trying to. Yesterday's in the past. That's my motto. You gotta live for today.
Right.
So what are you doing down here anyway? Do you wish to pull the levers that control the future? At the expo, silly. Technology for a better tomorrow, and all that.
Oh, yeah, that's actually why I'm here.
She doesn't sound too enthusiastic.
So, who are you supposed to be?
Don't you know your Homer? I am Techni Muse of Progress. You can tell by the lightning bolts.
Must have slept through that class.
I'm supposed to be a goddess-like. I'm the one who inspires all the great men who make the discoveries. And women, too. Leave us not forget Madame Curie.
I never would. So, you work for the expo?
Yeah, ain't it a kick? I greet all the important guests. And on the final day, I get to bestow the golden sundial on the winning contestant.
I have no idea who she's supposed to be, but you know, the only Homer I know is Homer Simpson. So, oh dear lord.
Techni, Muse of Progress. Not a bad gig.
Artie got it for me. It's my entree into respectability.
Listen, I've got a proposal for you. I have this friend, right?
No dice. I'm only seeing Artie now.
It's not like that. See, my friend's in a relationship with Edna Strickland.
Oh, poor schmuck. I wouldn't wish her on anyone.
You see where I'm coming from. He won't listen
Yeah.
to reason, but I thought she might call it off if she thought he and you were, you know.
Ah, you are an evil imp, ain't ya?
Sometimes a guy's got to resort to underhanded tricks. What do you say?
Sorry.
Ah,
Edna might be a pill, but if I play dirty tricks on every dame who disapproves of me, well, I'd play a lot of dirty tricks. Besides, such stunts are beneath the dignity of Techni, Muse of Progress.
Okay, so we're gonna have to persuade her some way to help us, you know, get them to break up.
so Artie's working for the expo too, huh?
Oh, Artie's doing swell. The papers made a big deal of him testifying against Kid. People have been beating down his door ever since the trial. The expo's darn lucky they could get him.
What's Artie's job?
Oh, he's a real high muckety-muck at the expo. He's in charge of all the money and the hiring and firing.
Hey, not bad.
You're telling me, and super respectable too. It's a real relief for him to have a job where the boss never pulls a gun on him.
So Artie's a human resource? I guess?
It's good to see that you and Artie are both doing okay.
We're more than okay. And if things keep going the way they're going, we may be more than just friends before you know it.
Well, don't get too serious too fast.
Nah, we're keeping things casual, for now.
Good. I'm sure Grandma will appreciate that.
Alright. We have yet to find out who our grandma is. Well, I speculate it's probably her. You know. Although, I think grandma had a different name.
Look, my friend Emmett really needs help.
The one who's going out with Edna Strickland? You're darn right he needs help.
I'm not asking you to actually seduce him. Just make her think that you two have a thing going. It'll drive her crazy.
I guess it would.
So,
I wouldn't do that to another girl unless I was good and mad at her. And besides, it might tarnish my image as a muse.
Okay, so I'm supposed to get her mad at her.
how's Kid's trial going?
Slowly. You know what they say. The wheels of justice grind slowly, but infinitely fine.
Except in Hill Valley, where they don't move at all.
What?
Nothing. It's just, you know, something I heard once. So no regrets about turning him in?
None at all. I should have known better than to take up with him in the first place. But what can I say? I was dumb. I let myself get taken in by his charm.
Charm?
Kid Tennant had charms? Maybe his money, I don't know, his mustache? I don't know. I don't really see what's so charming about him.
Whose idea was it to put a science and technology expo in Hill Valley?
Beats me. Audie says it's all bred in circuses. But I ain't seen a single clown yet today.
Could setting up the expo be another part of Back to the Future's story? You know, like, imagine if Marty McFly was the one who initiated the setup, then it led to Doc's creative mind to build the flying rocket car, you know. That'd be pretty cool.
It's good to see that you and Artie are both doing okay.
Okay.
We're more than okay.
I think we're done with all
And
the
if
options.
things keep going the way they're going, we may be more than just friends before you know it.
Well, don't get too serious too fast.
Nah, we're keeping things casual for now.
Good. I'm sure Grandma will appreciate that.
I wonder if she actually heard me say grandma. Okay.
See you, Trixie.
From this chamber of wonders, we bid you a fond adieu.
Alright, let's go find means to make Trixie mad. Shall we talk to Doc?
Ah, good. You're back. Give me the full report.
She says she likes you because you've got a virtuous mind, you look good in a suit, and you're completely faithful to her.
Damn, she's got me dead to rights. Well,
It's just three things.
A way to change her mind. I'll be here if you need any help. Do
If
need
you ask me,
any
I think
help?
Edna is pretty simple-minded. Yeah, we need help. Can you help me make Trixie mad?
Any idea what your teenage self is doing right now?
Unless I miss my guess, he's in the garage frantically working on his latest invention and cursing because he can't quite get it to work.
That's pretty new.
Damn!
Doc cursing. Okay, although he said damn, but damn isn't really exactly a really harsh curse word, but yeah, you get my point.
So, what do we do about Edna?
Only one thing we can do. Lie. Make me out to be a less desirable catch than I really am.
Why would she believe me? She said she knows you inside and out.
Then you'll have to resort to skullduggery. You've done it before. You're gonna be getting good at it by now.
Yeah, I guess I am. Have you figured out what's wrong with the time circuits?
Not sure. Possibly. It seems to me to be a simple wiring issue, but I'm double-checking to make sure. All the basic equipment appears to be functional.
Any chance I could borrow the DeLorean? I want to drop in on young you at the lab.
Well, I don't know. Time circuits.
Listen, I promise I won't take it to 88.
Even so, I'm worried about letting it out of my sight while it's still behaving unpredictably. Tell you what, I'll take it on a test drive 1 minute into the past. If it passes the test, I'll let you borrow it.
It worked. Didn't it?
I'm afraid not. In fact, the discrepancy appears to be getting worse. I arrived 6 hours ago.
Oh, too bad.
I didn't want to risk undoing any of the work you've done thus far, so I kept out of sight. But the time lag wasn't entirely a waste. I stopped by the hardware store and bought the parts for a chronometric analyzer.
A what?
A diagnostic device. See, I plug it into the time circuits and set them to cycle. When the green light goes off, I should have the data I'll need to understand the scope of the problem.
Hey, no driving the exhibits off the lot!
Looks like you'll have to find another set of wheels if you want to get to the lab.
Honestly, having the DeLorean in this timeline, it's a very big breakthrough already. Even though the DeLorean was considered a very crappy car in that time, when it was created. Yeah, maybe we could get our. Oh yeah, we don't have a skateboard. I was thinking of the skateboard that Marty uses. Okay, let's find something that we can use to This wasn't open previously. Okay. Let's take a look at this.
The century looks bright for our fair metropolis. Jump with us 50 years into the future for a peek at Hill Valley circa 1981. Courtesy of Hal's Hardware and the collective imagination of mankind. Could this be our venerable town square? Yes, indeed. Though the form looks strange and new, the function remains the same as ever. But where are all the people? Why, they're underground. A network of burrows extends a mile into the earth, giving future Hill Valley's 10 million citizens plenty of space to work, play, and raise their families.
Hill Valley is that huge? It can contain 10 million citizens? Huh.
Nice rock. But I can't reach it.
Okay, so apparently I think we need that. Train of the future. Hey!
My
Hey.
future wouldn't be built so shoddily.
Hi, Miss Strickland. I was just...
Break what you like, Mr. Callahan. It's no skin off my nose. Just keep away from Emmett's booth. Speaking of whom, I better go see what's keeping him.
I'll go check on him for you. I was just heading there anyway.
No, you weren't. The last thing he needs is another distraction at the 11th hour.
But...
Tut tut. Not another word. I've got the rest of the day all mapped out.
Miss Strickland!
I'm sorry, I don't recognize you. Heavens, you shaved off your hair, but... Carl Sagan?
I'd like a word with you, if I may.
I'm not sure it would be seemly for me to be seen in the company of an alleged arsonist.
I think it may be in your best interests. You see,
I know what you're up to.
Let's go somewhere where we can talk privately.
That's what he said. That's what I heard.
go.
He said.
I'll keep her occupied till you get back.
So what is she up to anyway? Oh dear lord. Okay, so we got a skateboard. Hey, let's go.
Hang on, Emmett. Hope you're ready for a big breakup.
Hey, skateboarding in a suit.
Emmett?
What? What's Kit Tannen
Thanks
doing
again
here?
for your assistance, Detective Parker.
Detective? What the hell is Kid doing here?
Nothing criminal, I assure you. I was just getting a mind map of Mr. Tannen for our exhibition at the expo. The authorities wouldn't allow Edna and I to stage a demonstration of the mental alignment meter with a violent felon, but this little baby is just as good. Okay, let's see, now what's next? Check the stew, sort the maps. Ooh, I almost forgot that.
Edna really is cracking the whip, isn't she?
Well, yes, but she's got my best interests at heart. Without her, I can get so distracted. Did she send you down here to check up on me?
Yeah, she wanted to come herself, but...
She's busy too, I know. Well, you're a poor substitute for Edna's lovely features, but make yourself at home.
Thanks.
No thanks are necessary. Without you, I'd never be where I am now. In love with the woman of my dreams. And a mere 6 hours from my first public triumph as a scientist. Wait a minute. 6 hours? Jumping Jehoshaphat, I'm running out of time!
Alright, so let's mess up things for Emmett. We have to walk one whole round just to look at the
How
thing.
does the mental alignment thing work?
Here, I'll show you.
Hey,
The test subject wears this mind mapping helmet, which probes the brain by measuring fluctuations in skin conductance and electrical resistance on the surface of the parietal lobe.
uh-huh.
That's a lot of mumbo
When I
jumbo.
turn on the mind mapping helmet with this radio switch, the subject is exposed to a series of visual stimuli, intended to provoke a series of positive or negative responses, as indicated by these lights on the helmet.
Hey, is that...
As the responses are recorded, they're relayed to this special typewriter, which prints out a punch card that represents the subject's mind map.
That's cool.
All I see is a bunch of holes.
Well, to you, maybe. But to our mental alignment meter, this mind map is nothing less than a peek into your subconscious. Observe as I place your mind map into the MAM.
Hey, pal. Is that machine calling me a slacker?
No, your own physiological responses did.
Even the machine tells us that we are a slacker. Oh dear lord.
What's this?
The mind map cards from the dozens of subjects I've tested during the last few weeks. I've got to get them sorted before the expo begins.
Why?
Edna's got this grand scheme to catalog all of Hill Valley citizens by their mental alignment. Isn't that cute?
Not really.
That's the beginning of the new Hill Valley. Oh
So
dear
this
lord.
machine takes those little cards and tells you whether or not someone's a good guy or bad guy?
Kind of. Actually, the helmet does all the work. The mental alignment meter is just a glorified arcade machine.
So why not just go with the cards?
Edna says that people respond well to flashing lights and snap judgments. I can't argue with that. Every time I kiss her, I see flashing lights and lose all sense of judgment.
Okay, too
kidding.
much information. But yeah, Edna is actually right though. That's how
How goes the
advertising
bacteria
works.
farm?
Not so hot. The bacteria have kind of gotten out of control. I had to put a clamp on the nitrogen tube to keep the stench from flooding the lab.
Oh dear lord. Nasty. Let's turn it on.
Ew.
Ugh. Did the clamp fall off again?
Yeah.
Put it back on. Oh, I don't even know why I keep that bacteria tank around. Every time the clamp falls off the nitrogen tube, it takes a couple of minutes before I can get the stench out of the air. Whew.
Hey, it's blinking red. Okay.
What's this?
That's a can of used motor oil, rocket fuel waste, and assorted chemical sludge left over from my abandoned rocket car.
Gross.
Accounting doesn't enter into it, but it is disgusting. Would you mind disposing of it on your way out?
Sure.
Okay, I think we might need to use that to wreck the suit that Emmett's wearing.
Hey, Emmett, what's cooking?
That's an old Brown family recipe for Hassenpfeffer.
Hassenpfeffer.
What's a
Rabbit stew.
Hassenpfeffer?
The trick is
Oh.
to add the cumin an hour after the carrots. Take a whiff. Isn't that just about the best thing you've ever smelled in your life?
It's, powerful, yeah.
I've got it on a slow boil for later.
Okay, so the stew pot makes it green. Let's see, what else can we use? How about this?
I'd be careful of that if I were you.
Why?
The rocket fuel experiment must have stripped one of the teeth in the hand crank. As a consequence, if you turn it for more than 10 seconds, it... Ow! Sends out an electric shock.
Oh, okay. So it makes you blink red.
Hey,
Projection
could we watch
screen?
Frankenstein on this?
Sorry, Harry, but I need this projector to trigger positive and negative visual stimuli for my mental alignment tests. Besides, a movie like Frankenstein should really be watched on a big screen, don't you think?
Okay.
The mind of a degenerate criminal.
It's Kid Tannen's mind map, as captured by our mind map helmet.
You could tell he's a criminal just by looking at this?
No, but when it's fed into the mental alignment meter...
Weird.
Weird nothing. It's science.
Okay. So apparently we need to create a card? No. Why are we doing this again?
Ew.
Okay, it's definitely a puzzle going on here. Let's see. Fish tank. Anything else? Projection screen. Steel pot. What is this? Record player.
I Don't Care by Trixie Trotter?
Edna doesn't approve of that sort of music, but I find it very soothing.
I don't care. I don't care. Hey, it's green.
If I'm gonna take Emmett's mind map, I'd better replace it with another one.
Let's talk to... No. Let's talk to Emmett.
Hey, Emmett, got a sec?
Why, yes. In fact, I've got several.
So, You and Edna, how serious are you guys?
Well, we both enjoy a good joke every now and then, but I'd say on the whole we're fairly serious people. Why do you ask?
No. What I mean is, how serious is your relationship?
Oh, well, as a scientist, I can't state this with 100% confidence, but I'm provisionally certain that I'm head over heels in love.
Really? With Edna?
What can I say? She's my muse. In the week since we've been courting, she's given me so many wonderful ideas.
Hmm.
You sure Edna's the right woman for you?
What do you mean?
I can't tell him this. It's kind of harsh. Well, I guess we have to go with something. Maybe never mind. Let's
just
change the
be
topic.
careful, that's all.
Thanks for the concern, but I'll be fine.
Okay.
Is all this new stuff what you're showing off at the expo?
Yes, it's our mental alignment meter.
Mental alignment meter? What's a mental alignment meter?
Didn't we
It's
ask
the
this
most
before?
revolutionary piece of technology since the cotton gin.
What does it do?
It reads and interprets the subconscious desires of the human mind.
You were so passionate right there.
Why would you want to probe people's minds?
Why wouldn't you? Imagine being able to diagnose mental disorders with a flick of a switch, or detect the truthfulness of courtroom testimony merely by connecting a witness to a small portable device.
The machine
People's
does all that.
privacies, my
Not
god.
yet. Frankly, right now the whole thing's just a gussied up potentiometer. But with years of refinements and a whole lot of investors, the MAM will be able to identify countless psychosis and neurosis, alcoholism, acrophobia, Oedipal complexes.
And?
And then we can set about curing them, of course.
Of course. Anyway. Did you make a mind map of yourself?
Of course. Take a look.
Edna's right. You are a model citizen.
At least as far as my invention's concerned. Confidentially, this whole enterprise is a little light on the hard science and a little heavy on the smoke and mirrors.
Can't believe you invented all this in 2 months.
Well, like I said, there's not really a whole lot of inventing going on here. I just dressed up a $5 potentiometer with a lot of bells and whistles.
But
Don't get me wrong, it does a remarkable job of telling whether a subject is currently liking or disliking what they're experiencing. But all the extra stuff about sorting out criminals from model citizens is mostly a bunch of hooey at this point.
So it's not exactly okay.
what's with the new threads?
You like them?
You look like Colonel Sanders.
Who?
KFC.
Edna gave them to me. She says my usual clothes don't have enough zing for a public exhibition.
Maybe that's what they need to call their next burger? No, wait, they did. The zinger! Yay! I'm sorry, guys. It's not intentional. Please don't hate me.
What's with the new threads?
You like them?
You look like Colonel Sanders.
Oh, wait, why are we doing this again?
Never mind.
Edna gave them to me. She says my usual clothes don't have enough zing for a public exhibition.
I swear, it's not on purpose. Okay.
I still don't think Edna's right for you.
Oh? And who is she right for? You?
Me? No way.
Relax. I'm just yanking your tibia.
You look
Okay.
busy. Why don't we talk later?
Can
Sure thing.
we... Let's find something else to do. Let's try spilling the oil on him. Hehehehe.
Hey, Emmett, I've got a... Whoa! Whoops.
What the heck?
Oh, jeez, I'm sorry. Your suit's ruined. Edna's gonna be royally PO'd.
Wrong.
What?
When Edna gave me this suit, I realized that the probability of me keeping it clean was infinitesimally remote, so I spent a few hours whipping up this.
Whoa!
What the...
What was that?
A chemical compound capable of wiping the grime off any surface.
Emmett, you'll make a fortune.
Not anytime soon, I'm afraid. Due to an inherent instability in its molecular makeup, after 12 hours, the cleanser's component chemicals break down into a series of cloth-shredding enzymes, rendering it unsuitable for commercial use.
Wait,
a minute.
so
Does
the
that
suit will
mean your
destroy?
suit's gonna dissolve in 12 hours?
Hey, gods, no. The solution dissipates into the air after it's applied. But it does mean that after this batch of cleanser ages another 11 hours and 53 minutes, it would eat away this suit faster than 1,000 starving moths. And that would be a crisis of unimaginable proportions.
Why?
Because this suit belongs to Edna's grandfather, who wore it on his wedding day. Poor guy was gunned down just a few years later.
Emmett?
Well, enough wool gathering. Back to work.
Okay, so we definitely need to use that spray on him 11 hours later, which is the day of the expo itself, I guess. It's gonna help us eat away the suit.
I don't want to get that covered in any messy oil.
Alright.
Nothing happened.
Well, that button advances the slides during the mind mapping test. It only works while the test is running.
Oh.
What's this typewriter do again?
During a mental alignment test, it takes messages from the mind map helmet and turns them into punch cards. Like the one for Mr. Tannen over there.
Seems complicated.
Actually, it was all rather easy to put together. Once Edna gave me the idea.
Sounds to me like you should be working on harder problems then.
What? Sorry, I've got to get back to work.
Okay, let's...
Mind if I...
Go ahead.
Yeah, let's print the card. Hooligan.
Ah, that'd be Mr. Needleman's card. I'll just put this in the stack with the other hooligans.
Okay. Okay, so what are we supposed to do now? Do we have anything that can be used? No?
Tannen's mind map. If Emmett's map looked like this, I bet Edna wouldn't think he's such a model citizen.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to print one and
If I'm
swap
gonna take Emmett's
Emmett's.
mind map, I'd better replace it with another one.
Yeah, so where are we gonna get a blank card? This is so confusing.
Looks like you got a lot of hooligans.
About 90% of Hill Valley thus far. It's a little disturbing.
Edna was right. What kind of trophy is that? Okay.
Hey there, you stinky little bacteria.
Are you talking to the bacteria you got? So weird. Wait, what was that? There we go.
What's this?
It's the placard we'll be putting in front of our booth at the expo.
The scientist that caught Kid Tannen?
A small exaggeration, but Edna says it'll attract investors. What do you think of the picture?
You look a little... constipated.
What? Edna said I looked intense.
Yeah, intensely focused on taking it.
I get the picture. I'll have to find a better one. Unfortunately, there's a lot to choose from.
Hey!
Heavy.
Extremely. Mother has been rather obsessive about photographically cataloging my life.
Alright, so that's something we might need. Wait. Oh, so many things to look at.
Hey, Emmett, I've got an idea.
What?
Why don't I take your photo album over to Edna so she can pick out your new picture?
That's a great idea. She's got a better eye for these things than I do anyway. Thanks, pal.
Don't mention it.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna have to look for Edna.
That cleanser doesn't seem very portable.
It isn't, but this is.
Hey!
Perfume bottle?
Something
Yes.
else!
No. I mean, yes, it's a perfume bottle, but inside is a concentrated dose of my all-purpose cleanser. With a little luck, this should last me through the next 12 hours before its component chemicals break down into a series of cloth-destroying enzymes.
Clever. What the hell is that?
What?
Sorry, I thought I saw a tarantula.
Okay. Huh. I guess we don't have to use this yet. Yeah, let's
Emmett
just...
says this stuff will clean anything, but it only has a 12-hour shelf life. Too bad I haven't got 12 hours. Or do I? Emmett says this album has pictures of him all the way back to when he was a baby.
Okay. So let's go find Edna.
What?
I was just thinking about the future. All that talk about Edna's grandfather made me realize something.
Please let it be something about lightning.
Life can be short, sometimes brutally so. So why not seize the day and grab your happiness while you can?
I'm not
Oh,
sure
no.
I like where this is going.
I was
Is he
saving
going
this
to
for next
propose?
Valentine's Day, but why should I? I know what I want.
Emmett, no.
I'm gonna ask Edna to marry me. Right now.
No!
Oh, right. I'll wait until tonight at the expo. It'll be much more romantic that way. Just think. By this time tomorrow, Edna and I will be engaged and will be the toast of the scientific community. And I owe it all to you.
You're welcome.
Oh dear Lord. Okay.
Damn it, I've got to go out for a while.
I thought Edna sent you to make sure I wasn't getting distracted.
Well, you'll be fine.
Alright, let's bring the book to Edna.
Can I talk to you a minute, Miss Strickland?
Surely. Excuse us a moment.
It's like this. I found out about Trixie Trotter.
Yes?
Apparently they made her some sort of queen of the festival. Techne, the muse of progress.
They didn't. Well, they said this expo would give Hill Valley a reputation. I didn't realize this is what they meant.
What have you got against Trixie?
It's the idea of it. Allowing our city to be represented by a woman like that.
Yeah,
I won't
she...
stand for it. As a socially conscious citizen, I demand you discharge that muse.
She's very biased.
Trixie? What's wrong with her?
Oh, she's hardly qualified for an honorific post at a public event.
Social discrimination.
Lady,
That's terrible.
She fits the costume. She's an American citizen, and she managed to memorize all her lines. What more qualifications do you want?
Yeah, she's just doing an acting job.
Oh, these people are impossible.
Why do you want to get Trixie fired?
One simply can't allow women like that to attain positions of respect in society. It creates a very bad precedent for the future.
Does it?
But try telling it to this poor sap. She's got him completely steamrolled. That's how they operate.
Is it?
Still, I could get her discharged if I had the goods on her. No doubt a woman like that has left a trail of scandal, and I'd find it if I were still a reporter. But I haven't got time to do the legwork now. I'm too busy with Emmett and his invention.
So you wouldn't hesitate to get Trixie fired from her job?
If I had the goods on her. She's obviously got her employer completely bamboozled. The only way to snap him out of his spell would be to show him something really shocking.
That's all the questions I got.
Very well, then.
Okay. Let's give her the book then.
I probably shouldn't show Emmett's baby pictures around to complete strangers.
Wait, what?
I probably shouldn't show Emmett's baby pictures around to complete strangers.
Okay, so it's not to show Edna. Then who do I show it to? That's... Hey, this tent is up now. Trixie? Apparently so.
To all who approach these hallowed halls. What's cooking?
Ideas. Up here. It's good to see that you and Artie are both doing okay.
We're more than okay. And if things keep
Okay.
going the way they're going, we may be more than just friends before you know it.
Well, don't get too serious too fast.
Nah, we're keeping things casual for now.
Good. I'm sure Grandma will appreciate that.
I thought
See you,
we
Trixie.
had the
Don't
book
be a stranger.
ready to show her. Let's click on the book again.
I'm not sure why Trixie'd want a photo album of the Brown family.
Okay, so not apparently not to show her. So what were you supposed to use the book for?
Furs donated by Lamont's House of Ermine. At least they're going to a good cause. They're stuck tight in this tar.
Times may be hard in Hill Valley, but our present worries fade into insignificance when we ponder our Pleistocene past. Is the wolf knocking at your door? Be glad he's not a Tyrannosaurus, king of the ancient lizards. And if you find yourself drowning in debt, well, you could be drowning in something a whole lot stickier, like the Hill Valley tar pits. This peek into the distant past is brought to you by Lamont's House of Ermine, reminding you fur is forever.
Dinosaur?
Maybe when Real Doc comes back, we'll take a trip to see a dinosaur.
Nah, we've seen that happen in Jurassic Park. No, it's not a good idea.
That volcano looks a lot like the one I did for my 7th grade science fair.
It looks like bacon is dangling off the... Oh well.
They're stuck tight in this tar.
Okay.
Press button to experience Hill Valley's primeval past. Okay, if this dinosaur is called a Tanninosaurus, I'm gonna... Oh, whew.
We're thinking too much. Okay. Let's see. What else can we do here? We didn't press all of the buttons.
Hill Valley, and the Expo would like to remind you that you can find everything you need to transform your dreams into reality at Hal's Hardware. Hal's Hardware, serving our fair city since 1895.
Advertising button. Hey!
And after the rain, what else? An artificial rainbow, reassuring all the good people of Hill Valley that their needs are taken care of, and life is sweet.
That's pretty cool.
Agricultural advances will make it a breeze to feed our burgeoning population. Tired of waiting for Mother Nature to do her job? Just press a button. Presto! An artificial rainstorm drenches the valley's thirsty crops. Of course, our residents will want to venture forth into the fresh air occasionally. And what better excursion than a pleasure ride in this elevated super train of tomorrow?
The train is gone because we took the
Wonder if that has a
skateboard.
massage setting. I wish the courthouse did look like that in 1981. Press button to experience future Hill Valley, circa 1981. I don't think I've visited that timeline yet.
I don't think it existed. Okay, there's nothing here. We definitely need a gem, but I think it's not for this current time of the story. Let's talk to Grandpa, since he's not being disturbed by Edna.
Hey, Artie.
Hey, Mr. G-Man. How's the, undercover operation?
If everything goes as planned, we should be wrapping things up real soon now.
Well, when it's time for me to play my part, just say the word.
So you're the registration guy for the expo?
And chief accountant, and paymaster.
Hey, you're coming up in the world.
And none of it would have happened if I hadn't responded to that subpoena.
You haven't met Sylvia yet, have you?
My contact person? Not yet. Is he or she at the expo?
I don't think so, and I'm pretty sure it'll be a she.
Oh, say, Grandma's name is Sylvia. Okay.
You're not gonna let Edna get Trixie fired, are you?
Not on your life. She'd have to bring me a real smoking gun before I'd even think of letting that kid go. This job means an awful lot to her, you know.
I don't suppose you miss working for Kid Tannen.
No siree, Bob. I don't know how I ever got mixed up with an abusive, gun-toting thug like that. He even stiffed me on overtime pay.
Think the Hill Valley Expo will be a success?
I don't see why not. Why shouldn't California have its own high technology center?
Keep doing what you're doing, Grandpa.
Grandpa?
That's our, code name for you.
Oh, ha! Funny.
Well, it's a fact, bro. Okay, so there's a new fella here. Hey, it's Cue Ball from the Speakeasy.
Hey, pal.
Oh, jeez, this guy again.
Funny, I was gonna say the same thing. Shouldn't you be in jail with the rest of kids' gang?
I was, but then an opportunity availed itself and I
Sang like a canary.
prefer to think of it as exhibiting an admirable sense of self-preservation.
You be playing piano for Trixie later?
Nah,
Why not?
'cause little Miss Goody Two-Shoes thinks she's too respectable for cue ball these days.
You seem kinda angry about Trixie.
Angry. Listen, kid, me and Trixie go way back. I know stuff about her that even Kid doesn't know. Stuff that curl your socks.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And now to see her flouncing around the place, making like her stink don't smell, it just, well, it just cheeses me off, you know?
So what's so, toe curling about Trixie's past?
Yeah, like I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, come on.
No.
Tell you what, I'll tell you something embarrassing about me first.
Like what?
Well, under the influence of alcohol, my mom made a pass at me.
Ooh. All right, Junior, you win. That was pretty embarrassing. Almost as embarrassing as this.
Oh dear lord.
Is that Trixie?
Yep.
She's not wearing much.
No kidding. She did a lot of these artistic postcards a few years ago. I got a whole set of them.
Can I,
What?
have one?
I don't know. You ain't gonna do nothing bad with it, are you?
Hey, I promise. I'll only use it for the greater good.
Okay, dear
Wow.
lord.
Okay.
Why are we collecting dirt on our friend Trixie here? Huh. That's strange.
Have you heard from Kid lately?
We're not exactly on speaking terms these days, on account of our varying degrees of incarceration.
Hey, what's with your teeth?
My teeth?
Yeah, they're green.
I don't know what you're talking about.
They are? I didn't notice.
Seriously, man, what's going on with your
It's
teeth?
nothing. Nothing. Oh, crap.
What's wrong?
It's these.
Dr. Frinkle's algae cakes?
A crate of them fell off
Algae?
the truck while I was unloading it, and I just can't stop eating them. How was I to know they turned my teeth green?
Well, the algae part might have been a clue.
Please don't rat me out the audio, okay? I really need this job.
No problem, but you better let me keep the cakes.
Sure thing, pal.
Okay, so we've got more stuff.
What kind of stuff have they got you hauling here?
How the heck would I know? Electro this, robo that, dynamo the other. It's all Greek to me.
Hang loose, pal.
Talk funny, mister.
It's definitely not the language in your time. Okay, we've got lots of new stuff here.
That's
What
a
is
good
this
thing
for?
these things never caught on. Trixie sure got some nice, antlers. This is definitely something Edna wouldn't approve of.
Okay, so we're supposed to show it to Edna. I guess. So,
You might want to take a look at this.
Why in the world would I be interested in... Oh, what have we here? Oh, sir! Mr. McFly!
okay.
It appears your muse has been inspiring more than progress.
Yep, things are progressing alright,
Trixie?
but
Oh,
not
no,
in a
no,
good way.
no. What are you doing with a dirty postcard?
What is she doing in a dirty postcard? I swear, Mr. McFly, if that doesn't convince you that Trixie Trotter is unfit to represent Hill
I
Valley...
don't need you to lecture me about who I can or can't hire, Miss Strickland. Trixie's darn good at what she does. I don't care if she was once the winsome wench of Winnipeg. Her past doesn't matter to... Trixie?
What is it, Audie?
You know I don't like to pry, but what state did you grow up in?
Province, Manitoba. Why?
Not even an American.
See, darling, the charter specifically states that the Expo's hostess must be a U.S. citizen, so if you're really a Canadian...
I'm being fired? You're firing me?
I don't want to.
Oh dear Lord.
Yeah, take it back. Well,
So sad.
I'm glad somebody's listening to reason.
Why you have to be such a bitch? Oh dear Lord. She's mad now.
Let's talk.
Oh. Alright guys, so I'm gonna end this part of the video here. Where the heck am I? And we're gonna have a talk with Trixie in the next part and find out how we can stop Emmett from getting together with Edna. Oh dear Lord, things are getting very, very messed up. Until then guys, I'll see you in the next part. Bye!